Is anybody actually excited for the Star Wars Episode 9 trailer? It's been rumored that several production companies are already working on it, but that the earliest release date is estimated to be April 2019. It has also been speculated that we might find out what the film's title will be before the end of the year, maybe only a few weeks from now. But again, does anybody really care? A little less than a year ago, fans would have been clamoring for any news about the upcoming movie and would be excitedly speculating about where the story would go next. That definitely doesn't seem to be the case in 2018. What's happened is that Lucasfilm has basically punched its fan base in the head, refused to apologize, and now wants us to part with our own money to continue to support its, let's be honest, highly flawed product. I think that Kathleen Kennedy, Lucasfilm, and company have convinced themselves that Episode 9 will still be a massive hit. This delusion is probably not going to work out very well for them in the end. My theory is that Disney may already be planning for this film to be another disaster. This is probably why Bob Iger left Kathleen Kennedy in charge. I think she's being set up to be the ultimate fall person. I can't think of a better fate for KK, actually. The central problem is that there is very little they can really do with this hole they've dug themselves into. There are only two possible directions for Episode 9. One is to continue the storyline begun in Episode 7, which was later smashed to pieces with a crowbar by Rian Johnson, or they can make a story that binds together all three trilogies. If rumors are to be believed, then it looks like they are choosing the latter option. I don't think this is going to work out very well in the end. Marvel has proven, with Infinity War Part 1, that you can have a massive cast and still create a masterwork of a film that most people enjoyed. But Marvel had a lot more going for it with Infinity War than Star Wars has working in its favor going into Episode 9. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is 10 years old, and they still have access to most of the original cast members, or at least they did when Infinity War was in production. They also had a lot of goodwill from audiences because they had generally kept their quality high and had avoided sacrificing quality for ideology. Well, that is until... yeah. In short, Marvel was firing on all cylinders going into Infinity War, while the Star Wars franchise is about as healthy as a flaming Ford Pinto on the side of the road. What Star Wars fans wanted to see, above all else, was Luke, Leia, and Han Solo on the screen together again. Well, this isn't possible anymore, because Lucasfilm squandered the opportunity. Harrison Ford is almost certainly out, and they killed off his character anyway. Carrie Fisher sadly passed away 2 years ago, and Luke got killed off, and best case scenario, he's probably going to have a cameo as a Force ghost, as we know that Mark Hamill is involved with Episode 9. Some are saying Matt Smith might play a young Emperor Palpatine, which might be interesting to see, but what fans really wanted can't happen anymore. Maybe we'll get to see Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan again. That might be one of the few positives, but most of us wanted an Obi-Wan movie, and it looks like we're not getting that now. A cameo with McGregor just kind of seems like a consolation prize at this point. Regardless, if JJ makes this a let's just throw everything in type of scenario, then I think it's going to be a bit of a mess. A major problem is that Lucasfilm can't take up Option 2 and completely ignore Option 1, unless they completely retcon Episodes 7 and 8, which we already know isn't going to happen, as all the actors involved will be in Episode 9. Like it or not, J.J. Abrams is still going to be forced to finish this trilogy with three main characters that nobody really cares about. Rey had potential in Episode 7, most of which Rian Johnson threw out in Episode 8, and, well, I guess J.J. didn't help either, as he's the one that wrote the script that turned Rey into a Mary Sue. And does anybody even care about Poe Dameron or Finn at this point? Let's be honest, they've done nothing with these two characters. They just seem like filler. Well, I guess Poe did get to do battle with a purple-haired feminist. I guess we should give him that. Kylo Ren isn't Darth Vader or Palpatine, and he just comes off as a whiny little bitch. Maybe they'll center it on Rose. At least we could enjoy a so bad it's good vibe. You've dug yourself into a corner, guys, and this is why almost nobody cares about the trailer or the movie. Some will watch it out of morbid curiosity, and some ideologues will go see it, but that's about it. The inherent problem with Disney Star Wars has already been covered to death, which is the inclusion of feminist SJW propaganda, and this has played a big part in turning most long-term Star Wars fans away from the franchise. I've said it over and over again. This kind of crap turns people off in droves. The only hope with the general movie-going public is ignorance at this point. Contrary to what some people believe, most regular people are not ideologues and lean more to the center politically. To them, it really doesn't matter if the ideology is coming from the far left or the far right. They don't want it included in their entertainment. However, because of the nature of the entertainment business, most of the propaganda usually comes from the far left. It sounds strange to say it, but Star Wars is pretty much a non-issue at this point. This, in addition to attacking the fans, resulted in Solo bombing, and I would say that the future for Star Wars is looking bleak indeed. I am curious to see how J.J. Abrams attempts to clean up Rian Johnson's mess, but my level of interest in this film doesn't extend much beyond that. And that's it for today. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and check out my other channel. And as always, everyone, thank you for watching, and have a great day.